Welcome to today's video. This is the first session of this week. But before we get into painting the value sketches for this week's paint landscapes, I want to just show you the value sketches and the paintings based on them which we made last week. So what you see on your screen right now are the three value sketches which we did on last Monday, and then the paintings based on those which you see just below them were done on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's how the value sketches or value studies help us in making the paintings better, and that's the idea. So without without value sketches, it can get slightly confusing because value is the most important characteristic of color. So I just want to see one thing. Yes, we are good to go. So I have done three sketches here. Again, similar to what we had done last week. So I will be drawing them here again and then painting them with just black and white. So let me draw this first one here. I marked these squares in advance so that we don't spend time doing that. So this is the horizon line. There is a bunch of trees here, and there is a kind of I don't know what it's called in English. It's the separation between two farm areas. So that's what it is. And these are a bunch of large trees near the edge of the farm. And then there is one mountain which is like this, and a distant mountain which is something like this. Okay, so now let's start painting. Let me switch, bring this closer, and I will be using a round brush because this is very small and a flat brush can be tricky. Let's see. Now I will start with the darkest dark shape. Let me see if there are any comments. Okay. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the chat window. I will look at them as I get some free time from the painting process. But of course, if I can't reply to them during the live, I will do so. I will reply to them after the live is over. So do send in your questions or comments or whatever you want to convey. So this is the darkest dark of these trees. And I want to now start adding white bit by bit. This is a bunch of tree on this side. Then there is another set of trees which are still farther away into distance, and naturally they are slightly lighter in value. Now let's paint the mountain behind that, and I want to ensure that there is a recognizable value difference. Now the mountain which is the farthest will be much more lighter. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit, but you may not then see the palette. Let's try to bring this here and get even closer view. Yeah. As I had informed you in the last Monday's email, I went ahead and planned a drawing session on Friday. I also started it, but there was some technical issue because of which I couldn't go live properly. The video was not showing up, and there was another issue or a challenge which I faced on Thursday, I guess, that I spilled the whole water in which I washed my brush on my desk, and then the whole thing was a mess. But then still, I could clean it up in time and do the painting. Now, let's paint this farm. This farm must be much more lighter than these areas because it's horizontal, and the light amount of light falling on it will be much more higher. And let's make it slightly darker here and also indicate that separation between these two farm areas. Yeah, something like this. And let's see if we need to paint the sky. We have to, I will paint only the blue portion of the sky. Let's see how it goes. Maybe a cloud here somewhere. I haven't drawn it here, but we'll need something so that this area doesn't look completely empty. The sky will be much more lighter towards the horizon. The brush has got too much paint on it and it's almost saturated now. So let me pick up fresh white color. I'll paint this, it's not looking correct. And then decide what kind of clouds I need, why, when I actually paint this, because right now it was looking not so correct. So that's the value sketch. Maybe there'll be some nuances here where these distant trees are there, they'll be darker at the bottom and so on, but overall this is the structure. Let me paint an outline. Yeah, I think I like this. There'll be some additions as we paint, but then more or less it'll be following this structure. Now let's get to the second composition, second sketch. There is a hedge like this here, and maybe a walkway or a pathway. And then there are these bushes. Again, it's a farm, and there's a mountain here. And the prominence in this painting is to these clouds. So there is a large cloud here, and they'll have their underbellies darker. So again, let's start with the darkest dark. I'll not be able to keep my palette on the paper this time. This is the closest object, and this tree will be slightly lighter, and also placed a bit higher because it is at a distance. So this is closer and this is slightly farther away. Then there'll be slightly lighter this hedge, and the mountain will be a lighter value. And use the same color on the underside of these clouds. And now I'll start painting these lighter areas of the cloud. So this cloud, which I'm painting right now, is farther into the distance, and that's why it is being mostly covered by the cloud in the front. So this is the cloud in the front. Now I'll come in with even lighter color, almost white, and apply it here in some areas. Now let's paint this ground here, the farm. So there are two areas, one which is outside this hedge. Maybe there is something here. Let me quickly check. Yeah. And this will be also of similar value. This is the crop or the grass which is on this side. And now what remains to be painted is the sky where there are no clouds. So I'll have to paint the sky darker here, and as I come down I'll have to make it lighter. Let's see how this looks. This dark color surrounding the cloud will bring out the whiteness of the cloud. But it'll be slightly difficult to visualize when there are no colors here. With colors, it will look correct. And now I'll make the mountain a bit darker. Yes. And I will make this tree slightly darker here. And maybe on this side it's a bit dark. Yeah, I think that looks good for a value sketch. And let's paint the outline. And that's the second one. Okay, now let's go to the third one. Let's draw it out first. There is a big slope here. This is a very simple sketch. There are these fence posts on the slope, and there is a rather large tree or a bush here, and the light is coming in from this side. So, whatever these small bushes are, they'll cast a shadow this side. This one will cast a shadow here, and I'll have to show something in the background here, which is another small hill, and there is a cloud here, which I've shown here. Now let's start with the darkest dark, which is this. And I'll place another small shrub here on this side just to balance things out. Now let's paint the slopy hill. Should be lighter. And because the light is coming from here, this will be darker than this area, which is going to get the get more amount of direct light. So it will be lighter. And the mountain in the distance will be even lighter. Now I will use this same color to paint the sky, and leave the cloud area empty. It will be lighter here. And I need to make this mountain slightly darker. Otherwise, it won't read as a mountain or a hill, not a mountain. And now it's time to put in the details. Generally, I don't put in the details in the sketch, in the value sketch, but without these details, this value sketch may not be complete. That's why I need to put in the details. So there are these bunch of fence posts, and they will cast a shadow like this. Even these trees will cast a shadow. And I will add a hint of some grass here. And these are the wires. It's actually not recommended that we show the wires, but I'm doing it anyway. So I think I can increase the size of these bushes a bit, but I don't want them to compete with this. Yes, I think that is enough. Now let's paint the outline. So that completes our three value sketches. Let me show them at once. So these are the sketches and these are the value studies. Okay, so if you have any questions, do put them in the comments. If not, just get your white and black color out and draw these and paint these as black and white paintings or value studies. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll be painting these in color. So it'll, of course, it'll be at the same time as today, so 3 o'clock IST. If you are new to this channel on YouTube, then please hit that subscribe button. And if you found this video helpful, then also do give a thumbs up. And once you subscribe, you will get notification. For that, you might have to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever there is a live session happening. If you are watching this on Facebook page, then please subscribe to the Facebook page so that also you will get notification there. And if at all, if you have missed previous ones because you're watching, I can say that you haven't missed this either as a recording or as a live session. If you have missed previous sessions or if you are going to miss the upcoming sessions, then there is a playlist which has recordings of all these sessions, which you should go and watch and practice. I think that's it from my side for today. Thank you very much for those who have joined live, and also to those who will be watching as a recording. So that's it for today. Thank you and see you tomorrow, same time. Bye.